Okay, so this is my reflection for my STEM unit. Based on the 3 areas, feedback, I thought this unit went very well. I actually gave myself a 3 on providing scales and rubrics, as well as using assessments, maybe a little bit less. There were more informal assessments of the STEM project. These were used daily. I made sure to incorporate them at the beginning of every lesson. We would go over the scales and what is expected, and also you see the progression in the days as the scale's going on. So, you know, those kids that are reaching that area, there's also that way to move to a 3 to a 4 and not just focus on the first goal. For content, I think, as I've stated before, that this is not really a major concern on my evaluation sheet, but I think it's the one that I need to continue to work on to strengthen myself. I think the unit was definitely chunked by my team into digestible bites to help students process new information. So that area I kind of scored myself around a 2.5. With practicing and deepening and knowledge application, I feel like I did see a lot of that in the unit plan and kind of scored myself around a 2, a 2.5. Strategies appearing in all types of lessons, probably a 2.5. I did see a lot of, you know, making sure we got the new content in and reviewing and revising and helping students reflect on their learning and organizing students to interact with that knowledge. So I felt that part of the content went really well with the STEM project. Again, I think just myself as a teacher needing to constantly work on the direct instruction, the practicing and deepening, and knowledge application, getting into that, engaging students in more complex tests and asking them harder questions, the what and the why. For context, I scored myself higher. I think my major strengths on my evaluation sheet were definitely providing the clear learning goals, and with the context, the engagement and relationships and communicating high expectations. Kids were definitely engaged with this unit plan. I felt like my team and I did a nice job in creating this lesson plan. Students were engaged, students were moving. I gave myself a 3 on that. Definitely maintained a lively pace. Kids were using friendly controversy, they were debating. With rules and procedures, probably give myself a 2, 2.5 on that. Again, I'm more laxed in my classroom, and I feel like sometimes things will work out quicker if I lay out those rules and procedures a little bit better. Relationships and high expectations, I've given myself a 3 on those. I feel like I've always been good at that. You know, letting students know that they're doing a good job, it's okay to make mistakes, and, you know, building on their backgrounds and what they're excited about. You definitely see that in their STEM projects. And communicating high expectations, I give myself around a 2, a 2.5. I did notice that in my STEM lesson, and things that I tried to do, I noticed watching back, did not work out as easily as I thought it would. You know, placing these students in these groups kind of based on their baseline scores, but also placing them, your reluctant students, into groups where, you know, they won't be overshadowed or kind of bullied and ran over, and they'll have a chance to talk. So I did see some of that, but I also seen some of those students holding back a little bit once things really started getting going in the groups with the building. But again, I think my biggest area with the STEM project is context. I think I did a really good job on that, and also feedback with this group. Continuing to work on content and those design areas within content to make myself a better teacher.